Hey guys, Sean C. Phillips here at the San Diego Comic-Con. Now this is the San Diego Comic-Con special edition. I have the bag for it. Now this is a special edition one that, that is held during November. This is the first time they've done one like this in San Diego. Normally, Comic-Con is always held during July. And because everything in the world, Comic-Con in the last 2 Julys have not happened. So this is the first convention I've been to in a really long time. Probably like 2 years or so, and it is very different here. Like this version of Comic-Con is a lot smaller. They like the one area which is like down this way, which is like the main area. I think what they usually would have like the artists where people like had small press and people who were selling their own books and graphic novels and stuff like that. That whole area now has become where you would actually pick up your badges. So they kind of changed things all around. And I don't even know when it comes to panels, if there are any panels that are being held today or not. I'm just going to start on one end and then kind of go through the whole place. But it's crazy how not busy it is. And I got in a little bit earlier, I think, than before they let everyone in. I think I got in like 10 minutes earlier, so I'm kind of seeing it before everyone's in here. So it will pick up and everything, but I'm pretty much just going to go around in here and just kind of do like a little tour and kind of see how it is, see what kind of stuff they have for sale. I usually look for like DVDs, Blu-rays, toys, that kind of stuff. So I don't even know when it comes to like who's here. I don't know if there's like any of the studios are here with booths this year. I don't think there is much of that this year. And like I said, it's definitely much smaller. The aisles are spaced out a lot bigger, that kind of stuff as well. But we're going to start down here on one end and just kind of go through the whole thing and do a little Comic-Con, like I said, tour and everything. So let the Comic-Con tour begin. Yeah, but like I was saying, now this is the one area where it normally would be a lot of convention, and now it's all for like picking up your badges and stuff like that. So it's definitely a lot, different. Like the Artist Alley stuff is here, but everything is like spaced out different. All the aisles have a lot more space to them, all that kind of stuff as well. But like I was saying, I don't know, when it comes to like who is and isn't here this year. I see this I've never seen before, Wild Bill's old-fashioned like sodas. Years and years ago, they used to always have I don't know, they used to have like hot dog on a stick and a couple other things food-wise. They don't have as much of that anymore. And they usually have the Cafe Express, but I don't know how much food is even open this time today or anything. But like I said, we're just going to go through all this stuff and just see the stuff that's for sale today. I'll see what kind of DVDs and or Blu-rays are here. I don't even know if like a Shout Factory or is going to be here this year with a booth or not. I haven't seen. That's the one thing I don't know a lot of who's here, so we're definitely going to see though. Yeah, it turns out though they weren't supposed to even let me in yet. I think they got like confused because normally they have like when you have the professional ticket, you come in like they let you in like 50 minutes earlier, the door back that way. So they did the same thing this time. So I think I might be like the first person like in here like seeing things. So I'm just gonna kind of stand against the wall and everything because they screwed it up. But like I said, I always kind of like get in like a slight bit earlier. So at least I did too, and I get to see what it looks like before everyone's in here. There's something to me, like I absolutely love seeing it like before things are here, before it gets all crazy and stuff. But I don't know when they're going to start letting everyone in. They should be now because it is technically open. So I guess they might be a little later letting people in and everything. But the one guy's like, how did you get in here already? I said, oh, they said you can go in already with the professional thing. So I don't know, but like I said, we got a little quick tease about 6 minutes before anyone else came in here. It usually ends up happening like that, but just going to keep going through. I'll just stand against the wall here and wait for people to come in though. Yeah, I think people are starting to come in now, but they definitely screwed up and let me in.
Here it goes. See, here it goes. Welcome to Comic-Con Special Edition. Enjoy the convention. The show is now open.
Yeah, I don't know where we're going to see people coming in from. I guess from back down that way or something. Like I said, that always ends up happening. I end up in here like a little bit earlier and everything. But we're just going to keep going through here and everything. It is so funny though to see how spaced out the aisles are and everything, because it's usually like way closer together the way these are and everything. I think it's like definitely double the space. I like it better because there's much more room to move around and everything in here. Normally you're usually so like squenched up and squeezed and everything. It's like so difficult to get through. So it's definitely a lot better in that standpoint, that it's like a lot easier to walk around in here and everything.
Running in the exhibit hall, please walk to your destination.
And then those of you guys who are wondering too, like in here too, you do have to have the mask and stuff on, so that's like the one rule in here. And it's interesting too the way they do coming in. You either have to have in order to enter, the first thing you have to do is get your vaccination status done. So that's the new thing, of course. So you have to do is get that line first. So then they either check the vaccination card or check if you had a negative test. So in order to actually come in, you have to have done that thing first. So there are two, that's an extra line though, for anyone who's coming here who sees this video like tomorrow or Sunday, just prepare for that there's going to be a huge line for that. So just prepare for that ahead of time. That, you know, to wait in that one and everything. So that's the new thing now. So I think it's going to be the way it is for a long time at conventions or any events and stuff like that though. But as you can see though, it's definitely so much less busy than other years and everything. You see like the stuff that you know, staples that you usually see, like the Bob's Burgers booth there, and like I do see like staples of things that are always here and everything. It's just so surreal to see everything so spaced out and then just so empty. Like I said, people are starting to come in now since it's just open, so it's gonna start to fill up, but it's definitely never gonna be as, you know, full or anything like that as years past or anything. But still, it's cool to be back in, you know, a convention again, because this is the first convention that I've been to in forever. Like, it has been such a long time. So oh yeah, see, now everyone's coming through. See, they're all coming from this way, so you can see like the lines of everybody pouring in from this way. So yeah, so here comes everybody. So it is starting to pack, you know, gonna start to fill up now and seem, you know, more like years past and everything. But I was lucky to get in here earlier just to kind of see, you know, what it is and everything. But yeah, so there is like a little food thing there. There's like a little Aunt Nanny's pretzel cart and that kind of stuff here. But for the most part, it's still just about, as you know, you're still seeing the same kind of stuff here that you were seeing. It's just very different to it, you know, to be this empty. And this is new too. They never had these kind of trash cans: paper, landfill, compost, and recycle. That's definitely a newer thing. And they've updated these tables, you know, since I was last here. They're all new Comic-Con tables and chairs. They definitely were not these ones before. And this is always here. This is the one staple of Comic-Con. This, you know, this t-shirt tower. And sometimes they have two of them here. But this is the one thing that you always see at conventions, and especially Comic-Con. Like San Diego Comic-Con, this is one of those things that I always remember, the tower of t-shirts. So it's all these different ones here, graphic tees and that kind of stuff here though. And if any of you guys are wondering, there are comics here. You don't see as many, you know, comic books as you used to at Comic-Con. It kind of became, at least San Diego Comic-Con became much more of like pop culture, you know, so it's kind of like everything relating to movies, TV, all that kind of stuff. But back in the day, it was really all about, exclusively about comics. So it kind of changed over the years and really just became more of a pop culture thing. Keep looking over here at this thing. It's like a Freddy kind of thing over there. It's kind of cool. Like, I don't know what these ones are down there. Like I think tattoo magazines or something like that. Let's see though. Trying to make sure I don't miss anything or anything like that. It is very different though, because it's like I'm at Comic-Con, but it almost like doesn't feel exactly the same, because you don't see like some of the stuff that you normally do. And since because I think I've been to Comic-Con every year, I think since around 2004 or 5. I think 4 or 5 was the first year I ever went, and the only year I ever missed was 2010. So it's definitely surreal just to see it so different and so empty and all that kind of stuff, because you guys can look back on, I'll put below links to some of the other San Diego Comic-Cons from the years past so you guys can see them. I'll put some of the tour ones and some of the ones on preview night, because today is technically the first day. It literally just opened, you know, as I was in here for the very first day for it. So still, for the very first day, it's very empty and everything, but definitely cool to be in here though and seeing everything again after all these years now. I don't know what this stuff is, some kind of boss log torpedo con. And there is still going to be, you know, this summer, the big San Diego Comic-Con. This is like just the smaller one that they did as like, that's why they call it the special edition one. So it's basically Comic-Con Light, essentially, is what it is. What's funny though is when you looked at like videos of New York Comic-Con though, that, you know, which was like 2 months back or so, that one looked as busy as normal to me. Like from looking at those videos, I didn't see anything very different. Like this one to me, definitely comes across as drastically different. You know, very different. I think this is probably even less busy than the first year I ever came to Comic-Con, 2004 or 5. I think even then it was busier than this. So this is definitely very, very different. And like I said, very surreal to see it like this. This is a new thing here where they can draw you like, you know, caricatures of like comic book characters and stuff like that. This booth is always here in the same spot. So it's like, this one here, these you know, photos and paintings and stuff like that. And then usually around here is where like the Troma booth is. We're getting to the point where Nickelodeon would normally be. I don't think any of those are here this year, but usually right around this spot is where, like I said, Troma, Nickelodeon, Shout Factory would be down a little bit from here too. Like I said, I don't know if they're here or not, Shout Factory, any of those ones. We'll see though. But there's no shortage of mystery boxes. This is like probably one of the biggest of these mystery box booths that I've ever seen. It's basically just, you know, these boxes that are all themed to different type of things like Pokemon or Dragon Ball Z, and it's kind of anything to do with those ones in here. But, you know, I've never actually bought those things because I don't know. I feel like it's like my luck would be like just total like junk in them that I would get stuck with. Let's see, this area right here would usually Funko booth would be normally there. I don't think Funko's here this year. I don't know, maybe they are somewhere else. This one is just like another one of the mystery box ones. This one, all the cops want to go into the sphere. All the cops are going to get transferred into the sphere thing there. But the let's see, I don't know if like Sideshow and some of those toy booths that are usually here or anywhere. This booth seems to have a big line. I'm not sure what everybody right here is waiting for. You can see there's a line there, I guess for pretzels or something else. This is the big line though. I'm not sure what everybody here is waiting for. Let's see if we can tell if we go around what it is. I guess it's Ben Bishop's, you know, signing for the Turtles there. Let's see though down this way, because we're going to start getting to the figures and the booths and stuff like that. See, what is this? Kripkins Unleashed? These things here, I've never seen these things before. These are like Kripkins, these are kind of cool things right here. But we're getting to Bob's Burgers booth here. So that's always here. That's the one of the booths that's always here. It's usually in this exact spot. I think actually right there in this spot regularly is the Warner Brothers, or the Fox booth is usually right here. I know I'm getting crazy about what's normally in these spots, but this is, I believe, usually Fox, and then Lionsgate's usually down that way. Of course, they're not here this time, but you know, if you look back on the other videos, you can kind of compare and stuff like that and see the differences between them. But yeah, it's definitely starting to pick up in here. This line here is definitely getting longer now, so I'm starting to definitely see more of these ones picking up in here and everything. I don't know what this line back here is for though. It's not the Annie pretzels. I thought that's what it was at first, but it's for something else. It might be for the Ninja Turtles line as well. Here's one of the food booths that is open, the Cafe Express. I wasn't sure if that was going to be out here or not. And of course, you're seeing tons of Funko Pops out here and everything. Let's see though. It is starting to fill up though. Little by little, it's getting more and more people in here, as you can see. When we first were in here, it was definitely not, but now it's definitely picking up a little bit and everything. Normally when I come here too, I kind of have like an idea of the things that I'm looking for and stuff like that. Today I'm just kind of going on a total whim and stuff, trying to find this stuff. They have like a Studio Ghibli booth over here, and here's like the game area. Normally the games and stuff are usually all in the way back area, and they put like the game stuff over here, so it seems to be like a Pac-Man area for that. Let's see, so it's, I guess it's like Pac-Man Museum. I guess it's like a newer Pac-Man one. I always remember that weird one that was like Pac-Man when he went on like adventures with his kids. I used to always play that as a kid. It's a very strange one. It was very difficult, and I don't think I could ever get past it, and I was always getting stuck on that and everything. But yeah, that was one of those Pac-Man ones that I always remember back in the day and everything.
You guys want some water?
But trying to like make sure I just show you guys a little bit, like a little bit of everything in here and not miss anything or anything like that this time around, because I'm not sure if I'm going to do any other videos. I'm kind of trying to combine like the tour one with the other stuff as well. So I'm holding all this crap with me too at the same time and dropping things. So here's another line out here. I can't figure out what a lot of these lines are for. It's sort of like, I see some Squid Games stuff over here. So I guess it's like figures and stuff like that. I've never seen this booth before. This is like, I don't know what this company is. There's like different stuff here, like Astro Boy. They're kind of like Funko ones a little bit, like Urban Vinyl ones. Yeah, I've never seen this company before out here. I guess this must be a newer one to have a booth out here. Let's see what the Squid Games ones that they have are. I don't know if they're ones like this. Of them, oh yeah, these, no, the Bruce Lee ones here. Batman. I guess there are those ones back there for those. But yeah, this is definitely a new booth though. That's definitely cool though. But here's like I was saying, the one Cafe Express. These are the main food ones that you usually see. They just don't have all of them open this time. I don't know if like I'm gonna have to see too after I go through all this, like what's open upstairs and stuff like that. That's the one thing I'm curious about, because I have no idea what's gonna be upstairs. Is where they would normally have like the autographs, and then where they have all the panels and everything. So I don't know what's gonna be going on up there this time around. If there's gonna be anything up there, or it's just gonna be kind of empty. So that they might not even have anything there up there at all. So we'll see though. I think that was the same line I was showing. Like I said, I don't know. I think this is for Fig Pin, is what this line here is for. And there's a booth there for Demon Slayer right there. So there are some anime booths and stuff like that here. Oh yeah, it looks like Trick or Treat Studios has a booth here. They have like a lot of these giant dolls and stuff like that, the Conjuring ones. And then they have the Tiffany doll right here, and the Chucky one. These are the more like hyper realistic ones. Of these ones you can get. They have, I think they have some newer ones as well that are like the look for the new show, I believe. I don't think I've ever actually seen Trick or Treat Studios booth in person. Maybe, I don't think so. These ones here, these are really cool ones down there for the Ghoulies. Those, I've never seen those ones. Those Gremlins ones. So there's a bunch of different pins down there and like air fresheners and stuff like that. But those ones are definitely very cool. But yeah, there's definitely some newer booths here this year that I've not seen. This line is definitely picking up. I don't know which one that was for. See, I've never seen this booth here. So yeah, there's definitely some new ones. This is the back area, so I have to see where that goes, because there used to be some like sort of a secret area back there. So we'll see if they have anything there. That's the anime figurines here as well. So let's see. Like I said, trying to make sure I don't accidentally like miss any of the booths. I do see some empty booths as well, so I don't know if some people didn't end up coming, or they're gonna come like later today or something, or they just didn't get set up. But I have seen a couple empty booths like this, which I've never seen before, in Comic-Con's actual floor. There's tons and tons though of these mystery boxes. These things I've seen probably now 4 different spots of those ones, so there's definitely a lot of them. This is one of the ones that has some of the exclusive stuff up here. So it looks like some of the Funko stuff is up there. So I see some of these ones that are exclusive to the convention here. Let's see, Toy Geek here. No, but that is the one thing that's cool about this year, though, is that there's so many new booths and stuff and vendors that I've never seen here, and in past years. Because normally with Comic-Con too, it's kind of like, I think these booths are kind of hard to get, these places, and it's kind of like people, once they have them, they kind of get locked into their spots. Because some people you see at the same booth, the same exact place, every single year forever. Like there's some booths that are like that, I've noticed, and I think that this year they probably just haven't gotten as many people, and they've gotten a lot more people to sign up that are different, that wouldn't normally be able to go here. So it's definitely cool though to see that though, and just to see all these different people here. Yeah. And like oddballs like that are still here though. You know what I mean? Like strange weirdos. They always have to do that. They're they still attend though. You know what I mean? Yeah. And here's one of the other things that you always see every year, this pin booth. I think this pin booth has always been here every single year. But yeah, just trying to make sure I don't miss showing everything. Just trying to give you guys like a little overview of all this stuff, just to kind of also compare this year to the past videos, so you can kind of see how different it is, and the spacing and the crowds and all that kind of stuff as well. So it is very weird, because like you think about like that booth, right in that spot right there is always the bootleg booth where they had like the bootleg DVDs and Blu-rays. So you'd always see that in that exact spot. So it is very strange just to have everything changed around so much, because you kind of just know it so much, and then they have the thing you stand in front of. It's like here. It's just so random how different all this stuff is in here this year though. But still, like I said, glad to be back in here again, glad to be at a convention again after now like pretty much 2 years pretty much that I've been to anything convention related at all. So it is very cool to be back though. And here's another one of the t-shirt booths. Like I said, there usually ends up being 2 of these here every year, one on one end, one on the other. But yeah, we still have a decent amount left in here, and this is where we're getting towards more of the toys and that type of stuff as you get to it. So it starts off with more like the graphic novels and that kind of stuff, and then you kind of get into more and more toys and stuff like that as it goes along. These are the new thing too that you always see everybody getting, these sort of popping things. I don't exactly know what, sort of like a weird sort of popping thing, but those things have like kind of taken over. And over here is like a whole bunch of like, oh yeah, it's all old cards and stuff like that in here, so that's cool. They have like a bunch of ones in here, like original Monster in My Pocket, like a whole case of these ones. I remember these ones as a kid. I think these kind of inspired Neon Maniacs, that movie. And then the Munsters cards in here, Twin Peaks, Godzilla the movie, so there's a lot of these ones, Mars Attacks. I remember buying these ones back in the day when the movie came out, but I've never seen this many of these all together. The Simpsons cards in here. Let's see, there's a Turtles ones over here, Rocky. So yeah, a lot of different ones. Little Shop of Horrors. It's like you never see these. Jaws 2, Alien, the Fright Flicks ones, the Freddy, Ghostbusters 2. So that's very cool. So a lot of ones in here. Oh yeah, and there's a bunch of loose packages here as well, like Simpsons here, tattoos. That's very cool. The Goonies ones. Mork and Mindy, Alf. So yeah, that's very cool. Tons of different ones here. But as you can see though, now that it's been open for probably about 40 minutes or so, it's definitely now picking up crowd-wise. So yeah, it definitely is getting busier. Still not, you know, as crazy as it's ever been in the past, but it definitely is picking up and everything, crowd-wise and everything in here now. Still is weird though to see all these different empty spots, and then like there's so much empty space in some of these areas. Like I said, I like this. It's much easier to get around, because normally this would be like so crowded and so squeezed in, it would be like kind of unbelievable. These areas right here are kind of more to the normal spacing for the most part, but as back there you can see it was really spaced out. But it's still a little bit bigger than normal, but still these are getting a little closer to the normal space of these aisles. A bunch of Jurassic Park stuff in here too. Yeah, and the one booth is still here though. It's in a different spot where they have like the bootleg TV shows and stuff like that, like all kind of weird stuff in here, like VR Troopers and Vegas complete series, and these are like thin ones here, like weird thin case ones. But yeah, this booth, this is one of those ones that you always see here. It's in a different place this year though, but it's one of those booths. It's kind of like the ones you'd always see, the Wuzzles, all sorts of weird stuff, Wacky Racers, Toxic Crusaders complete series and stuff like that in here, all those type of things. Yeah, but like right here in this spot is all like the gaming, tabletop gaming stuff. So they kind of switched it all around and stuff like that. So I don't know if that stuff's going to be upstairs anymore or not, if there's going to be any more of that stuff going on or anything like that. But yeah, like I said, that's to me, it's like the most drastic thing is just seeing how incredibly different everything is laid out and how it's all condensed down pretty much all into this one room. That's why, like I was saying, I don't know if there's anything else upstairs in any of these spots to see. Normally, like up there is where I would take a picture when I would do like the full overview of the convention floor and stuff like that. So we'll see if you can still get up there and like look from that area or any of that kind of stuff as well, because you never know anymore, because it's so different this time around. Yeah, I'm up here now in that middle area, and like up here normally they would have like the Ghostbusters people here, and they'd have like the tabletop games and stuff like that would be down this way. But this is the area that I always like to go and look, because then you can like look down and see like a full overview of like the floor and everything from up here. So anytime I would take those pictures, it would always be from up here, so you can kind of see like a full view of everything this way and just sort of see the differences stuff too. But yeah, this is always a great like sort of secret area to see, you know, the whole, like I said, the whole overview of the floor and everything. And I don't even know if this is like, if everyone can come up here now or not, because I don't really see as many people coming up this way at all. I'm gonna see what's going on upstairs. I think I can go up there as well. Like I said, it's just so different and everything. And I guess there might be 'Cause it says game schedule, so maybe they're still going to do some of the tabletop games and stuff like that up there as well. And I don't even know if you can go outside this way anymore. Usually they would have like some tents and some other food and stuff like that out here as well, but I don't know if they're doing that this time around. So now we're going to head out to where the autographs normally would be. Down this way is where the panels are, and I guess they're still doing some of those today. Like I said, I really don't know this time around. It's like a whole group wearing like tie-dye shirts. I don't know though up here what kind of autographs are going on up here. I'm gonna see if I can see anything this time around. But yeah, it's over here normally is where you would get the when it would be like the badge pickups and everything. Those would normally be right there, is where the main one was. And then they'd also have like the free, usually there'd be like a little art show over there, and then when they'd have like the freebies, like just free flyers and stuff like that. Oh, so this is going to be the portfolio review in this spot. Portfolio review was always usually over there in this spot. So let's see who's here today signing wise. Like I said, it seems to be a couple people. Autograph area, Christian Conaway from Twin Peaks. So it looks like they're going to be doing a lot of this signing on Saturday and Sunday. Doesn't look like any signings are going on today. Sharknado. So yeah, there are some people still doing, the signings and stuff like that up here today. I didn't even know if there was going to be any of that today. Let's see if there's any on the other side too. Yeah, so there's going to be some more signings here. See Jeff Rector here, American Horror Story, Camden Toys, people I don't normally see signing, so that's interesting too. It's different people signing this year here. See, it doesn't say who's on these ones. So yeah, so then if you guys are coming here, definitely don't forget to check up here as well. So there will be some signings. I don't know what's going on out that way, but yeah, it's definitely surreal being in here. And like I said, when you compare it to the other years and everything, it is so crazy how empty this is and everything. But I still like it just to see it this way. It's very different. But yeah, I looked up on the schedule thing, and they are having some panels and stuff like that. It seems like they're doing a lot of like anime screenings, and they had like a few film screenings for like stuff like Die Hard and everything. So it does look like they are still doing some of the panels and stuff like that and everything. But I think we pretty much saw everything in here. I'm just gonna do like another lap around and everything in here, but I think we pretty much looked at all the main stuff and everything. Cause I never really go in a lot of the panels, and it didn't look like there was any like, at least right now, like film panels or anything like that going on for any movies or anything like that today. Usually, you can see them up on there is where the panels and stuff is, but usually they do a lot of that stuff on the weekends. And I don't know if people like, who usually do the big panels, like Kevin Smith and stuff, I'm not sure if he's gonna do anything this year here or not. Like I said, since it's the special edition version, it's the smaller one. So a lot of those things that are usually like the staples here every year, I don't think they're gonna do the same way and everything, but gonna head back down, like I said, and just kind of do another lap around here and everything, another lap and everything, and then head back to the car and everything like that. But yeah, everything is different. Even the badges this year too, you have to write your name on them, themselves. So everything is so drastically different this year and everything. But like I said, still glad to be back and everything, but very, very different though. Yeah, I can't show too much though going towards the Funko booth. There was one great booth that had a bunch of retro toys and everything back there, but the Funko booth is like, it's noise pollution city over there. They're like playing like super copyrighted music really loud. So hopefully that's not something that they're gonna do every year now, like some new thing like that, because it definitely makes it so you cannot video anything over there at all, because it's you don't want to have copyright issues because of the Funko booth. But yeah, that's why I can't show anything over there. And there's an enormous line too to get in to that booth. There always is a big line. There's probably about like 150, 200 people in that line for that one and everything. But like I said, now just pretty much going around here doing the second lap just kind of making sure there's nothing that I missed or any of that kind of stuff here now as well. Yeah, I'm walking out of the convention now, and the one big thing too that I've noticed this year that's so different is usually up here on, like, as you walk to the convention center, there's all these little banners that say, like, you know, San Diego Comic-Con or Comic-Con 2021 and stuff like that. It would all be like up here. That's what's so different too. The biggest, that's the number one thing different that I'm noticing is none of that up at all. And even just leaving the convention too, you don't see people walking this way or going that way. So it's definitely very different. And normally too, I don't know if any of the restaurants are doing this year, because they would usually like wrap the front of some of the restaurants and kind of theme them to TV shows and stuff like that. And I don't think that's going on this year either. But anyway though, guys, that was all for my, San Diego Comic-Con 2021 special edition video here. Like I said, just a little video here going throughout the convention, showing you all the stuff that I saw, kind of talking about the differences and stuff like that to the years past. And I'm gonna have a link below too, so you guys can see the other Comic-Con videos from like 2019 and the years past, and just kind of see the differences and all that kind of stuff as well. And like I always say, if you guys enjoy these videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.